Hello and welcome to the Whisky.com news on the 1st of October 2019. And we have a number of very interesting news. First of all, we have the Bruichladdich Octomore. They bring out the new Octomore 10, and they are divided into a few different Octomores, 10.1, 10.2 and so on. And this time they did it a bit differently. I can read you the stats because they drastically removed the ppm levels, the phenols, the smokiness of the whiskey. They are still very smoky. So let's read the stats. The 10.1 has 107 ppm, 59.8% alcohol by volume. Then we have the 10.2, it's 96.9% ppm and 56.9% volume. The 10.3 has 114 ppm and 61.3% volume, and the 10.4 has 88 ppm and 63.5% alcohol by volume. So you see, they're barely above 100, whereas the others had well above 100 or even over 200, and one I think even over 300. Then we have a beast that has been released. Douglas Laing released the 25-year-old Timorous Beast. It's a limited edition with 1,600 bottles. It's a 25-year-old blended malt. It was mostly matured in ex-bourbon casks without coloring, without chill filtering, and it has 46.8% ABV. So it's a pretty good whiskey. Then we have a cooperation between Highland Park and the Scottish Ballet. Yeah, the Scottish Ballet is turning 50, so it's pretty old now. And because of that, Highland Park honored them by releasing a special bottling with 5,000 bottles, 40% ABV, and it will come to the market in October. When and where it will be available is not quite clear yet. Then we have Balvenie with their yearly batch of the Ton 1509. This year it's the batch number 6, and they use 21 rare casks, whatever that means, and they mix it together in the Ton 1509 for 3 months, let it settle there, rest there, and then they will be married together in one bottling. The Singleton is releasing their oldest malt ever. It is a 53 years old whiskey, and the cask is from 1964, and the cask only released 117 bottles. So it's not that much, it's highly limited, and they are bottling it in a very nice crystal glass bottle with a very nice wooden box, and the wooden box actually contains pieces of the barrel or the cask. So it is very nice, and it will be very expensive as well. So if you get one, you are one of the very rich and lucky people to ever have one of these bottles. Then we have a new player in town, and by town I mean the town near Glasgow called Inverkip. The Ardgowan distillery wants to open there, and they start building next year, and they already got their permits in 2017. But before they will release their whiskey, or before they will start building, they want to release a blended Scotch malt called Coppersmith. So until they start production in 2021 and probably release their whiskey somewhere around 2024-25, we will get a piece of their mind what they want to create with the brand Coppersmith. It's a 48% ABV whiskey and will be released on the 1st of October. Then we have some news from Ireland. The Echlinville is filling 18-year-old Irish whiskey in a rum finish. The rum casks that contained rum before had the rum in there for 41 years, and the rum was called a Demerara rum. So the casks have really been used a lot. There's little sugar within the casks, so the finish is just adding with the rum flavor towards this 18-year-old Irish whiskey. And then we have an international news, a legal battle between the German distillery of Hammerschmiede and the Scotch Whisky Association. The Scotch Whisky Association actually charged the Hammerschmiede with, I don't know if it's fraud, but they said their brand called Glen Els is violating international competitive terms, as it can be said that people think Glen, as it is a Scottish word, means that the Glen Els comes from Scotland, and people, the consumers who buy that, are not given a fair look at the whiskey. So the Hammerschmiede used the name Glen Els for 17 years now. Now they actually lost the legal battle, so they have to change the name. And they already released what they're gonna do. They changed the name Glen Els to Els Burn. Yeah, we do know a few Scottish distilleries that have the word burn in them as well, so there might be association, but burn is an English word, so probably they are safe now. They use the word Els Burn because the distillery has the Elsbach next to them that supplies them with the water, and you can say a burn and a Bach, with the German word Bach means creek, small river, and the English word therefore is burn, and the new brand is called Els Burn. Hopefully that settles this problem and the Hammerschmiede can continue making good whiskey. So, thank you very much for watching. If you found this video interesting, then please feel free to share it with your friends, and see you next time.